It's hot, John.
Roasting, Ben, roasting.
Fucking hot.
Yeah, it's all right. It's not that bad. It's much ado about nothing, methinks.
I mean, Vaughan says he's in a cold bath, John.
Are these people like? Are they all namby-pambies?
Well, he's watching us naked. I'm just saying, he's watching us naked, John. That's our fan base right there. That's how comfortable they are with us. He's watching us.
It's like I'd rather he didn't tell us.
Apparently, he's been working hard today, according to Shalini.
Okay.
I did see Adam in the chat. He said he had some inappropriate flesh on display.
It's like the British are obsessed with the weather.
Well,
I mean, we've been moaning for the last 2 years about not being able to go to the heat.
Mm-hmm.
And the heat comes to us, and everybody starts moaning.
Mm-hmm.
Well, make your mind up, guys. What do you want? You want heat, or you don't want heat?
I mean, right now, what I want is air conditioning.
Yeah, but you're a special case, a special needs case.
We're 3 minutes into the show, and we've already... I think that might be the bottom. I'm not... I
don't think so.
We can.
I could go a lot lower than that.
I mean... yeah.
But yeah, I mean, come on. It's not... It's a couple of days of a little bit of heat.
Yeah.
Because of that big glowing orb in the sky that they call the sun.
Yeah, it's half because of the big glowing orb, and it's half because of, I think, is it a Sahara weather system that's come over, and
yeah, it happens every year. The problem is this happens in France all the time. This is why France gets hot. Right?
Oh yeah, believe me, I've been out in France in 40-degree heat.
Yeah, the part of France I was in regularly hits 40 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, what's happened here is, I suspect, I haven't checked, but because I pretty much know everything anyway, I suspect what's happened is that the jet stream's gone a little bit north, or it's reduced its impact dramatically, and the heat has been able to creep up onto these fair isles that we call Great Britain.
Indeed, yes. But the real question is, John, what the hell has happened to the United Kingdom and our weather forecast system?
Well, I don't think anything in particular has happened to the weather forecast system. I mean, it's always been poor.
Yeah.
Remember the hurricane? Oh, it's not a hurricane.
Yeah, Michael Fish, good old Michael Fish.
People are saying there's a hurricane coming. Well, there was a hurricane coming.
Michael Fish standing there on the old BBC. I can assure you there will be no hurricane. No hurricane.
Poor old Rennie Arnoux got a 2x4 through his forehead, didn't he?
Yep.
Survived it, though. Survived it.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. But this is what we're dealing with, right? We're dealing with newscasters and weathercasters who have always been incompetent. Let's face it.
Yeah, but this also is like, it's like, what would you call it? Oh, what's it called when you get something that you've been looking for desperately?
The jackpot.
It's like getting hitting the jackpot, or finding the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Because this is proof positive, isn't it?
Yeah, like you said earlier on, right? So many people here in the United Kingdom moaning that they couldn't go to the sun, they couldn't fly to sun. I live in a seaside town, right?
Yeah.
Rocky beaches, not too sandy. There are some sandy beaches along the way, but the point is, when the tide's out, there's plenty of sand. But the point is, there's no difference today flocking to that beach than flocking to a beach in Spain, except for being in Spain. Do you know what I mean? The heat is the heat. I don't know if the beach was Ramshalini because I didn't go there. I've been doing research and the like and working all day, and I found some very concerning stuff out, which...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're not going into it in this show.
No, we can't go into it yet because I want them to trip themselves up. That's all I'm going to say.
So it's like when you look at the Great British Exodus to the beach during times of fairly normal weather for the summer. It's like the breeding ground of walruses, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It is.
As they'll flop about on the beach trying to get their own spike.
Do you know what? That's why I don't go there. I've got a paddling pool. Yeah, I've got a paddling pool. I've got a hot tub, one of them inflatable hot tubs that's running at a cool 30 degrees, so nice and lukewarm if I want to get in there. I was actually considering earlier on. We were considering removing absolutely everything from the studio except for the stuff up on the screens up on the wall and stuff.
You did mention this. I didn't think you were actively considering.
Yeah, me and the wife are actively considering it just for shits and giggles, right? This studio is big enough to put the Lazy Spa hot tub inside, so
you should have done it then.
I should have done it, and we could have filled it up cold, and I would have gone
viral.
Gone live to do tonight's show from in here, but in the hot tub. It was a consideration.
Or as you could call it, the cool tub.
Yeah, but then what we've got to do the reason why we didn't actually go through with it is logistics, John. It's set up, it's all the chemicals are done, it's running.
Yes, but could I tell you another slight issue you may have had?
You tell me, John.
Do you know how much water weighs?
Oh yeah, that would be fine.
Oh, so your little house is on a solid concrete base?
Yes.
All right, okay.
Yes.
It's not on slabs. It's on a solid concrete base.
Well, it's on a solid concrete base and then slabs.
So you've concreted over the top of slabs?
No.
Your slabs are laid on concrete?
Yes.
And are they laid in a bed of concrete, or are they laid with a dot of concrete in each corner?
A very, very nice bed of concrete.
Okay.
This is why this building, which is not the same shed that I was in before, by the way, which somebody once said in the chat, this is why this building was 2 months overdue, is because we did it properly, right? And it took time, and it took a lot of... I did most of this by myself, except for the electrical wiring and stuff like that. And it ran overdue, it ran well over budget, but you know what? I'm happy with what I've got, and except for the heat. But yeah, we did it properly to make sure that things like that would be fine. And in fact, we installed more than one floor within it, just for this reason as well, in case we had heavy weight. So we've got a more solid floor within it. It's on a solid foundation, and then it's on slabs.
Okay.
Yeah. It's you've seen this. This isn't a tiny little shed, is it?
No.
No, it's not.
It's not big.
It isn't a big building, absolutely not. But it's it's what 10 foot by 8 around about on the outside.
Anyway, enough of this nonsense.
According to Vaughan, he's sending pics of himself in the bubble bath.
Oh, fantastic. I don't know where he's sending them to.
Me either. And Shalini says, Ben and John, did you see I promoted you on Gap? Yes, I did, and thank you very much.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. I pointed it out to you. I said, Shalini.
Oh no, you said but she asked if I'd seen it, and I said no, I didn't see it.
Oh no.
Because I've not been on Gap today.
No, but.
I'm on Truth Social.
I was about to say, this is something we actually want to talk about, right?
Oh, is it? Well, I thought we were talking about the Heatwave special.
Yeah, but we can...
When are we doing that?
We'll get back to the Heatwave in a minute, John. But now you've mentioned Truth Social, we might as well talk about it, because...
Good, Vaughan's going to tweet them. I'm looking forward to seeing them, Vaughan. Thanks.
Well, you don't have Twitter.
That's why I'm looking forward to seeing them.
But, listen... Truth Social, Donald Trump's social media platform, opened yesterday to the United Kingdom. I was actually going to do a video about this, but it linked to the heat wave. It's been too hot, too sticky for me to actually be out here and make much today. But Truth Social's open to the United Kingdom. It's basic, isn't it, John?
Yeah. It's probably even more basic than Mastodon,
Yeah.
which I've been digging into for the last 2 days.
You have indeed, but True Social is... but this is a publicly traded company, right? You can buy shares in Trump Media or whatever it is.
I wouldn't, yeah.
I wouldn't either. But it is nice to see it open up to more. I say more and more countries. You can only be on it if you're in the United States, the United Kingdom, or Canada. So that is.
Yeah, I would imagine next countries then will be Australia and New Zealand, and that'll be the Five Eyes.
Yeah.
So we're probably getting snooped on by them, as we're getting snooped on by the CCP on TikTok.
And as we're getting snooped on by people we're supposed to call friends out of protest. I mean, what?
You're not